me well and truly shafted, didn't it?
Well, I wish I could pull out of my sale. I mean, how dare he manipulate us all like this? I better text Yasmin, because she's in the same boat as me.
At least you've got a boat.
I knew there was something not right about him. That's why me and Kathy turned him down.
Oh, he had me by the short and curlies, didn't he? With the flipping sinkhole in the back garden.
We've had the same news as you, David.
What, your life falling apart as well?
An eviction letter for the Salon flat. We've got to move out in 2 weeks, so I feel your pain.
Maybe if she had 2 kids, brain-damaged wife and a Gale to rehouse. I mean, I signed a 5-year lease. You shouldn't be able to do this to me.
Chillax, people, please. This is not a competition. We knew some folk round here would get affected by this.
Yeah, some more than others, that's all I'm saying.
All right, David, Brian's right. There's no hierarchy for suffering. Oh, it's Tim. Him and Steve have had an eviction letter and all from Ray for streetcars.
And that's the thing. These eviction letters, they were a bit previous, weren't they?
How do you mean?
Well, I mean, mine was posted through my letterbox about 2 minutes after the planning permission had been agreed.
True.
Ray knew this were going to happen.
Do you know, I was thinking that. We need to fight this.
Yeah, but we can't, though, can't we? He's been one step ahead of us the whole time.
Well, I'm not having it. I'm an ex-mayor. I saw bent builders and corrupt councillors every day in my reign at the town hall. And I don't know about you, but I'm not being conned by some 2-bit cowboy like him. Besides which, we're a community. You strike at one of us, you strike at all of us.
Yeah, it's easy for you to say. He's got me over a barrel.
Well, nobody puts Sally Metcalfe over a barrel.
I have to admit, you had me worried for a minute. But you were right to go for broke.
Broke? You must be talking about half the street you've conned.
By conned, I assume you mean bought their properties.
I don't know how you look at yourself in the mirror.
Well, like this, I should think.
I tried to protect you, Kev, weeks ago. If you'd have taken my help back then...
Help? You off your head? I don't even know who you are anymore.
I bought them properties fair and square.
David might have something to say about that.
It's the least of my problems. Now that I've got CCTV footage of his balmy missus breaking into the bistro and playing cocktail with an underage kid.
That one fell right into your lap.
I know. With enemies like that, who needs friends, eh? He can try and hang on to his wife or his house, but not both.
Can I get you anything, Faye? I bought a bacon butty. They always cheer you up.
I've just been to visit my brother, who you arrested for something that he didn't do. So I don't think a bacon butty's going to cut it.
Why are you so convinced that he didn't do it?
I know he didn't do it.
How? Faye.
I've got to go.
Faye had a difficult start in life. Gary was always her knight in shining armour.
Yeah, and I'm the one who's just knocked him off his horse.
Oh, really buzzy atmosphere in here.
You're being sarcastic, I take it.
Did you know that it was Arthur's wife's funeral today?
I did.
Well, you didn't think to tell me.
I didn't. Wasn't my place.
You are my friend.
As Arthur is yours. And as such, I imagine he could do with some of that friendship today.
Can you hang on a sec? They can see us this afternoon, but it's 900 quid.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, thanks, we'll take it. See you then. I had a lot of time to think when I was banged up. Of course, you have therapy groups and all that, and I had to talk about why I did what I did. And I know sorry hasn't really been a big enough word, but I just...
Quick, out the back.
Anyone in? You been dossing here all day?
Yeah, no, I've just been sorting out some life admin.
Oh, wicked.
Oh, don't say wicked. No one says wicked anymore.
Well, look, I'm bringing it back. So, do you fancy going out for a run? You look like you could do with some fresh air.
I can't. And, you know, I'm late for a meeting right now, so...
Well, how long will that take?
I'm sorry. I don't know. I'll see you later.
What's the point in antagonising everyone? We've got a lot more negotiating with the council before we need people out.
Don't start getting soft on me now just because your brother's had a go at you.
You're the one letting emotion get in the way. So determined to show everyone who's boss, you're winding folk up for no reason. Typical wannabe alpha male.
Yeah, OK. Maybe you're right. Some of these oiks have wound me right up. That little Plat one for a start. And that ex-sister-in-law of yours. What a piece of work she is.
I just don't see why you're going out of your way to make things worse. A little softly goes a long way. Especially where people's homes are concerned.
It doesn't matter now anyway, does it? Deed's done. The rabble will be out of their houses in a fortnight and we send in the bulldozers straight after. Miles, yes, mate. Heard the good news, I take it? No problem.
Take a seat, babe, and I'll get you a brew.
Oh, lovely. What are you cleaning? What's this, a duster?
Oh, that's Steve's sweaty jockstrap.
That is absolutely minging.
Yeah, I know. And I've told him it can stay there until he puts it in the washing machine himself because I'm not his flaming skivvy.
Is he still doing his runs and he's working out and all of that then?
Oh, yeah. Now more than ever, he's obsessed. And meanwhile, that Ray is chucking streetcars out of the building and he doesn't seem to care less.
Yeah, well, no surprise there. David's in the same boat. It's given him 2 weeks' notice.
Well, maybe that was Ray's plan all along. Get his ducks in a row.
He's a slimy, nasty piece of... You know what? I just don't understand why everyone's rolling over for Ray. Someone needs to stop him in his tracks.
Do you know something? Mum was great in a crisis. She never took any rubbish from anybody. She saw off liars, con men, cheats like it were nothing.
Listen to me. Crises don't get bigger than this. Not for the folk around here who are losing their homes and their businesses. It's time we were all a bit more Deirdre.
Oh, Arthur, I am pleased to see you. Come on in. You know, I've only just heard about your wife. I mean, I didn't know. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. And I appreciate you asking me round.
Well, I was trying to compose a text, you know, to send to you, but I was frightened to death it would go off in the middle of a bide with me.
Well, actually, it was Don't Stop Me Now as she went through the curtains. Queen song. She would have appreciated it. She had a great sense of humour once upon a time.
Ah.
It was a nice service. Small, but nice.
Yes, well, can I get you a cuppa? You know, and if you feel you want to talk, if you...
Yeah, I'd like to. But let me fetch something from the shop first, eh? After the day I've had, I could do with something a little stronger than tea.
Oh, right, OK. Well,
I mean, what's the point in getting fish and chips from a chip shop when we've got fish cakes and chips in the freezer?
I signed a 5-year lease.
Give me a second, mate. I don't usually deal with Prt2.
I'm a barber, mate. I mean, you're going to be more clued up than me.
No, the nice ones. The posh ones that you like with the melted cheese in the middle. Well, they'll be under the liver. Sorry. Oh, sort your own fish cakes out. I'm trying to save the street.
Well, there's a clause in here which says he can evict you as long as he provides alternative accommodation.
Hey?
You did read this before you signed it, right?
Yeah, of course I did. Most of it.
Well, it's buried away, but it's there.
Yeah, of course it is.
Do you know, this stinks, those eviction letters, because it's like he knew what was going to happen at the planning meeting. Because how would he get them out so fast?
He might have drawn them up beforehand and given somebody the nod to have them delivered.
It's not a crime, is it? Just to be prepared.
Hey, I thought you were convinced this was dodgy.
Well...
Look, in my line of work, there's a big difference between dodgy and criminal. And you sold the house willingly, right?
Yeah.
After he found a great big hole in the bottom of his garden. And I can't pull out of my sale, not without having a massive penalty. You know what this means?
Yeah. Means you're mildly inconvenienced and I'm royally screwed. So he has to put us somewhere, but you can bet your bottom dollar it's not going to be anywhere as nice as this. And let's face it, this place is never going to win any prizes.
Yeah, but 2 weeks, is that legal?
Apparently it is.
Right, was it in the contract?
Well, I didn't read it.
Oh.
No, I had a sick wife, didn't I? And the kids to think about.
What about Mum?
Well, I can't see us getting anywhere with more than 3 bedrooms, so, I mean, she's going to have to move in with you and Natasha.
Yeah, look, we were way off from that, aren't we?
Listen, Golden Balls, I've had to put up with her all these years. It's time you started doing your bit. Now I have the kids to think about, Shona and the dog.
Whoa! You care more about the dog than your own mum. Suppose she could stop at Grand's?
Doubt it. Not after they had that row about us selling the salon at Ray.
Wow, Sarah moves in with Adam?
What, and she takes Mum as a moving-in present?
Oh, right, look, I would. But everything with Natasha, it's all up in the air.
Right, you can shut up now. We both know she's probably going to end up with me. I mean, how people think you're the good son is beyond me.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, for you, maybe. Right, go on, you can do one now. I need a bit of privacy. Shona's coming back with the kids from school, and I've somehow got to tell her that we're moving out, so that'll be fun.
Have a sandwich. I wasn't sure whether you were coming, so I think these fig rolls are on the cusp of the sell-by date.
No, I'm all right, thanks.
Well, I got the tongue in specially.
I stopped for a pasty on my way here. Oh, okay. There was no wake. COVID, of course.
Yes, it's a shame. Wake's the best part, isn't it?
Oh, you opened my present. Did you read it, The Age of Innocence?
Oh, I did, yes. Well, I think I'd seen the film, so, yeah, I knew how it turned out.
It's tragic. He loses the love of his life, and when he gets a second chance with her, he doesn't have the bottle to tell her how he feels.
Well, yes, it's very realistic, that. I mean, there's not many happy endings in real life, are there? Why didn't you tell me, Arthur?
About what?
About there being a gap in the market now that Woolworths has left the high street. What do you think about your wife passing?
Oh, it's funny. I thought I was prepared for this. I've had long enough to think about it.
Well, yes, but it's still a shock, isn't it?
'Tis that.
So, what are you going to do now?
Well, like I say, I've had a long time to think about what I'd do when Beryl went. And I'm sticking to it.
Right. So what's the plan?
The plan is I move back to Canada.
Canada?
It's been a long time, I know. But my niece and her family are there. And there's some very good skiing.
Skiing? At your age?
And why not?
Well, no, I mean, you know, if you get a lot of practice in before you go, otherwise you break your neck the first time you go up there.
Well, that might be difficult. I leave tomorrow.
Come to congratulate me, have you?
I don't need to read tea leaves to know what's happening to the factory.
Yeah. Well, my only regret is that young Windass isn't here to see this.
You know, all I care about is the business and the staff.
Yeah, I feel the same.
A lot of people rely on that place, you know, just to put food on the table.
Well, there'll be plenty of jobs once the development's underway. I'd love to see our beloved ex-mayor in a hard hat mixing concrete.
The deal you offered before about relocating Underworld, it's a good one, you know. I'll admit that now.
Yeah. Time's up on that deal, I'm afraid, mate. Has been for a while. Besides, I haven't got time for all that now. I've got far more important things to do. Like a little white slum clearance. But you're a big boy. Man of your caliber. Can't be beyond your wit to find a big empty warehouse somewhere in Manchester.
I mean, I'm all for a bit of adventure. You know, our family were first on Caravan Park to have swing ball, but Canada? What? Tomorrow? Get up.
Life is short.
Yes, it will be if you get on skis at your time of life.
And that's why I like you. You're funny and you're fearless.
Oh, well, I don't know about funny, but, yes, there's not a lot that frightens me these days now.
Come with me, then.
What?
You don't need anything. You can have Tyrone look after Cerberus till we sort out the injections and that, and have him sent on when we're settled. I'm doing the same with Kendall.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, it's a lot to take in. So don't answer now. we could have our very own happy ending, Evelyn. After Canada split us apart all those years ago, perhaps it can finally bring us back together again. You were all ready to go before.
We were kids then. I mean, it was a lifetime ago.
Yeah, and we should thank the Lord we've got plenty of life left. Let's use it. Let's make up for all those lost years. Have our very own good old-fashioned happy ending.
No, come on, it's out of the question.
It's perfectly possible is what it is. With a lot of bottle and a bit of imagination. Oh, and a valid passport. Have you got one?
What? Yes. No. Yes, of course I've got one.
Right. Meet me at the tram stop tomorrow, 3 p.m. Bags packed, passport at the ready.
Arthur, this is all a bit Thelma and Louise for the likes of me.
And that's a bad thing?
I shouldn't have got all moody before. I know it's your job.
I'm just a small cog, me. Tiny. Look, I know your head must be all over the place, yeah? But if you ever need to talk, obviously when I'm off duty.
Oi! Giving you tips how to get your brother off, is he?
Don't be daft.
Well, he's the one who arrested him, but it's all a big mistake.
Please. Your brother's a psycho, everyone says it. And if he could have done this, he could have done the same to me dad.
Big leap. Anyway, Gary never touched Daddy.
Yeah, you'd say that, wouldn't you? You know he did it. You know she's lying, right?
Right, you two both just need to calm down, okay?
Calm down. I know Gary killed my dad. That's why I was sniffing around me months ago. All makes sense now. Being all nice to me. I thought he was a perv at first, but now guilty conscience makes a lot more sense.
Gary never touched Dad, and he never touched your stupid dad. Now do one before I smack your nasty little face in.
Faye, you need to calm down.
There it is. That temper. Must run in the family.
Believe what you want. Don't make it true.
I understand why we have to do this.
Yeah, I need to be sure.
But 900 quid?
Well, can you think of any other way I can be sure that that baby's mine?
No.
And I want the results sent to me.
Whatever you want. This is your call.
Yo, I'm not waiting 5 days either, all right? I want the fast-track service.
That's over £1,000.
I don't care.
What difference does a couple of days make? I've still got months to go.
Yeah, well, I can't stand another hour wondering if that baby's mine or not. I need to know ASAP. I'll just stick it on a credit card.
Can I buy Madam Chairperson a drink?
Oh, you can start with that.
Yeah.
You seem very pleased with yourself.
Why wouldn't I be? I've won, thanks to you. And now I finally get to bulldoze that eyesore of a street out of existence.
Oh, ladies,
Ryan.
don't often see you in here twice in one day.
Oh, is that something reserved for the lads, Brian? When something bad happens, the bloke goes down the pub while the little woman sits at home fretting.
All right, Abby. Brian didn't mean any harm.
Certainly did not.
Buenas noches, señor.
She's learning Spanish off her phone.
It's very wearing.
Una cerveza, por favor. Pint, please, love.
Sorry. I thought I should learn Spanish because it's not just the flat, it's the salon too. Could be out of a job as well as me home.
The chaos one man can cause.
Well, it might be time to move on. I've not met my Uncle Andy yet, and he's got a bar in Spain, so it might be nice to have options.
I'm glad we didn't take the offer on the cabin now.
Please. Everyone's got their price eventually.
How about 50K above valuation wasn't ours?
Well, it's Gail and David I feel sorry for. It's so upsetting. I mean, especially for Lily and Max.
So what did Adam say?
Well, he says he's going to go through the contract with a fine-tooth comb, but it's obvious that Ray's a con man. We could have got twice what he offered if we knew what he was planning.
Ah, so it is all about the money.
Well, partly that, yeah. And I don't like seeing my friends and my neighbours being conned by some two-bit fly-by-night.
Una cerveza.
señor.
Muchas gracias, señorita. Y quisiera un paquete de patatas fritas. Queso y cebolla, si es posible.
I've only done families and greetings, so...
Crisps, cheese and onion, ta. Like I say, money has never been a motivating factor for me and Kathy.
Oh, get you, the Dalai Lama. You won't be saying the same thing if he offered you a few grand on top.
The cabin is not for sale.
Well, do you know what, Brian? You might not have any choice if he goes for a CPO. And Ray wouldn't go to all this effort if he didn't think he had a way of getting a hold of all the other properties.
You can't do that. You're talking rubbish.
Don't patronise me. This is not my first time down the rodeo, you know. All those years I've spent down at the council, I fought worse sharks than him. And we all know that someone, somewhere, is getting a backhander.
All right, enough.
I don't know what I've done.
I said shut it. Don't you get it? This is what he wants. I know that man too well. This is what he does. Divide and conquer.
Sorry, Brian. I didn't mean it. I think it's the drink talking.
I'm sorry too, you're right. We need to stick together.
We're a community. We need to come together against Ray.
Oh, you're not going to make a speech, are you?
This is me giving a speech. United we stand, divided we fall. Isn't that what they say?
I'm with you.
He's run rings round us till now. He's picked us off one by one. It's time we started fighting back. It's time we had a win.
It's a new year and a brand new dating show over on ITV2 next tonight. Check-in is open at the cabins and you don't even need to leave home. While next on ITV, there's no love lost between the contestants and our quiz masters. Brand new Beat the Chasers in a moment.